When you said you have guns, no, at the debate. At the debate,
I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I did not know that.
If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes, I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to weave out the lies so we can get to the facts. So, Vice President Kamala Harris joined Oprah Winfrey in Detroit for an event aimed at dodging questions, feeding the audience unhealthy word salads, and wasting everyone's time for every second that passed us by. We watched it here, so you wouldn't have to. The Unite for America rally included dozens of grassroots groups, including cat ladies for Kamala, Win with black women, and white dudes for Harris. Oh, and a bunch of out-of-touch celebrities who we might come to find out were a name on some list, you know, like a Diddy list or an Epstein list. Yeah, the usual suspects are supporting that party again and telling you who you should vote for. Take a look. I'm sure you'll see some familiar faces here.
Ryan Grandson! I hear Chris Rock is in the house. Chris, where are you? Chris Rock is in the house. Ben Stiller, Jennifer Lopez, Tracy Ellis Ross. Jennifer Lopez! Where are you, Jennifer? Yes! Tracy Ellis Ross, where are you? Tracy Ellis, where are you on the screen? Tracy Ellis. Julia Roberts, where are you? And Miss Meryl Streep is in the house. Train lovers for Harris Waltz. I didn't know there were train lovers. Train lovers, chefs for Kamala, love that group. Republicans for Harris, love that group even more. We've got Swifties, where are you? Swifties for Kamala!
Yeah, I'm not shocked at one face I just seen, another celebrity pushing the agenda. Anyways, let's get into this shit show, shall we? The whole time you could feel Oprah wanted her to stop. Meanwhile, the audience looks confused, like they're realizing how gone Kamala is. From what you're about to see here, I doubt her campaign would let her do one of these again. Watch this and see if you can follow, because, well, she definitely lost me like 8 seconds in.
We love our country. I love our country. I know we all do. That's why everybody's here right now. We love our country. We take pride in the privilege of being American. And this is a moment where we can and must come together as Americans, understanding we have so much more in common than what separates us. Let's come together with the character that we are so proud of about who we are, which is we are an optimistic people. We are an optimistic people. Americans, by character, are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being. Because the people before us understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are, which includes freedom to make decisions about your own body, freedom to be safe from gun violence, freedom to have access to the ballot box, freedom to be who you are and just be, to love who you love openly and with pride, freedom to just be. And that's who we are. We believe in all that. And so this is a moment where we stand knowing what we are fighting for. We're not fighting against. It's what we're fighting for.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, I walked away from that clip feeling like Joe Biden. 3 aneurysms and an embolism listening to Kamala scrambles my brain like eggs for a morning breakfast. Even Kamala Harris's allies know she needs to start giving voters straight answers. It seems half the time Oprah Winfrey can't even get through to her. At Thursday's softball chat with Oprah, this audience member, Justin, asked Kamumbler how she planned to secure the border. After 3 minutes of rambling, during which Harris absurdly blamed the migrant crisis on Donald Trump for stopping a bill this year, Oprah had to step in to literally ask the question again, just to get some semblance of an answer of substance. Watch this.
Point about what does leadership really look like? And is it about you or is it about the people? Right. Is it about running on problems or fixing problems? My work and my career has always been about saying, let's fix problems. Let's address the needs, because we know it's within our capacity to do that.
So to answer Justin's question, now that that bill has gone and hasn't passed, will you reintroduce that?
Absolutely, and when I am elected President of the United States, I will make sure that bill gets to my desk and I will sign it into law.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, she had no answer for her beautiful disaster that is the border, which is why she mustered up her skills she learned from Mindy Kaling and whipped up a special dish of word salad that didn't seem very edible when all was said and done. I mean, the rehearsed, teleprompted, and memorized scripts such as this is why she keeps turning undecided voters off about her right here. We've heard this speech literally every single time she decided to get behind a camera for what to them serves as an interview.
We are an optimistic people. Americans, by character, are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being. Because the people before us understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are.
Yeah, hopes and dreams and aspirations. Yeah, those are just words, Kamala, words that lose their meaning every single time you use them. Do we really want a cackling babbler in chief? Today's second dish is another word salad special served via Kamala's Oprah interview question from a financially struggling family via Zoom. Give me something, Kamala, anything. What are you going to do about this inflation crisis you signed off on increasing government spending that is now aiding in a housing crisis that also, because you're leaving the border wide open, is destroying the value of properties and so on and so forth? Come on, Kamala, what do you got?
We are, like many, many young Americans, just experiencing a very high cost of living. We ended up giving up our apartment, moving in with our parents who were so gracious to take us in for over a year so that we could save money and ultimately buy a home, because that's what we thought the American dream was, to get married and buy a home and have a baby. And now here we are, and our mortgage is incredibly higher than what we thought it would be. And my sister and our brother-in-law are living with us right now so that they can hopefully one day do the same. And while it's beneficial for us because they help us pay off some of our mortgage, it's also beneficial for them because they can save on cheaper rent. But we really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family, and working hard and finding that...
nothing. Absolutely nothing. Kamala Harris gives yet another rambling, nonsensical non-answer about her plans to lower the cost of living. Oh, speaking of houses, this new born-again, apparently gun owner and staunch supporter of the Second Amendment would like you all to know that she has a gun and she is not afraid to use it.
you have guns. No, at the debate. At the debate.
I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I did not know that.
If
And I thought
somebody
that was
breaks in my
powerful.
house, they're getting shot. Sorry.
Yes. I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
It's like saying, I love swimming, but don't like getting wet. You literally can't be for taking away or banning guns, and then saying you support the Second Amendment and gun ownership. You can't be for banning fracking and taking away our energy independence, and then saying you changed your mind. Anything for votes? Am I right, Kamala? This woman is fake to the bone, and even Oprah can see it. Half the time she looked uncomfortable anytime Kamala started speaking. Now, this was just an awful event in my opinion. Anyone falling for this act is just a lost cause at this point. She is a horrible candidate with zero policy and no plan to make your life better. Your life actually got worse since she's been the vice president. But it's all about the vibes, man. And joy, right? Well, those vibes and that joy is about to lead us to the greatest depression we've ever seen. All because people fall for a robotic woman rehearsing a television programming script with words with no meaning, such as this. Yes. In case you guys didn't know, she had a teleprompter at her disposal during this quote-unquote interview. Well, that's all, folks. Another disaster for Kamala Harris in the books. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, send us a comment, and let us know what you think about the facts, here on Facts Only.